Skysaga Infinite Isles Alpha 7 patch notes and comments. Let's go through really quickly some of the changes that have come up, been put in to the new alpha. There are quite a few of these little changes. Some of them are a bit odd. Let's go through I'm just going to read through the notes real quick. They're putting in something called a build off, which is competitive building. Skysaga is a building voxel game. Obviously, there's going to be lots of building, but this build-off thing, I'm not quite sure about it. Obviously, you're playing up against other people. It's a kind of like a PvE sort of mode, as opposed to the PvP system we've got now. Players work against the clock to build something awesome. I don't know how they figure out who wins that. I guess there's not a way to decide who wins that. Yeah. Obviously, you're given all the resources you need. But yeah, interesting. I don't know. If it had a bit of a judge, if there was a judge over it, that'd be cool, but obviously it can't. New gear, I think the most interesting thing is the new settler gear. This is what I was talking about in my previous video. At the end of Alpha 6, Alpha 7 is going to have, what, 6 pieces of new gear that let you do all kinds of cool things. I'm hoping that, for example, the pickaxe and some of the other stuff, you can combine it later on. But right now we have a pickaxe of range, pickaxe of demolition. Can't even say pickaxe. Helmet of true sight. Helmet of true sight. So the range basically just allows you to use your pickaxe at range. Pickaxe of demolition allows you to knock down whole walls. And the helmet of true sight lets you see all of the sort of the setup of the grid. As far as I know, I don't know if it allows you to see anything else. It would be awesome to see more of this stuff, like allowing us, for example, like in Terraria, to see through walls, maybe see ores through walls, creatures, etc. That would be awesome. We have the breastplate of free flight, which is an awesome addition. Helpful gauntlets of hurling. I have no clue what that is. Um, maybe it's allowing you to build at distance as well. And splendid greaves of solid ground. I also don't know what those do. The video they show in the trailer just shows them running across the ground, like off into the in the air, building like a path. So I assume it allows you to not fall off when you're building the path, because that was a big problem. If you went too fast, like in all games like this, you just fall off the edge. You'd not put down a block in front of you and fall off. So I guess that's what that does. They're going to put in a medal system. So before you had like little sigils above your head, showed, it was like some way of creatively showing a little icon above you to say, this is who I am. There was also a title system. It looks like they're putting in a medal system, tracking progress, achievements, and I guess they're going to give you stuff as you progress on your profile. So you have medals basically. And a bunch of other things to add to the world. New floating islands on your starting home island that will give you metals and other hidden rewards. And looters have been putting treasure ambers underground because if you actually check out the forums, there's a thread. Basically, people finding less interest in going underground when you can go above ground, loot all of the buildings, loot all the furniture for the best ores in the game. There's really no reason to go underground other than maybe to do a quest. So they're putting treasure ambers down there and treasure amber shrines, which nobody has found, I don't think, yet. I'm sure somebody has. They just haven't posted on the forums yet. What else do we have here? Secret guild chambers. So they've added new things to the dungeons, so that's cool. And they put in campfires, which are basically checkpoints that save your progress. They put them at the beginning of dungeons and at the end of the dungeon, so that's pretty cool too. New NPCs, and new emotes, and a selfie mode. So those are the big changes that are happening. Selfie mode, that's really good because before you'd look at your camera and you'd look at yourself and you'd just have a picture of you just digging in your own bag, so it was kind of useless. Let's go through and make a character real quick. I think I'm gonna go with a lizard this time. Lizard man. What are they called? What? Aark? Eark? Irk? Wow, I didn't even notice the names. Gath is the lion people. Oh, and I've lost the names already. There's Sema are the apes. Duin are the humans. Okay. Skin tone. This is the second time I've played one of these. Let's go with red. Signature color. Doesn't really match. Let's see. Ah, not really getting like a. Well, that's okay, but that face is ugly. Yeah, red and red just looks horrible. I don't think you can win with these color schemes at all. Good luck. Purple and black. Yeah, I'll stick with purple. Hairstyle. Nothing really has changed in terms of character design here. No new additions, no new options it looks like. Oh, there's another color as well. That's about it. So I think I'm going to... My last one was desert. God. What do I want to do now? Lizard in the snow? We have first person, third person perspectives. You can change those later, as it says here. Interesting option you can choose at the start. Yeah. I'll go with the... I don't want to go with desert again. That's quite boring. I do miss the snow. So I think we'll go with the snow again. A lizard in the snow, that makes no sense at all. So a lot of people have been noticing new starting areas, new looking places here. Yeah, so for example, this does not look like the typical starting area. No, it's different. Let's see. That's one thing as well they've added. If you go in options, you can notice they've added sound finally. So currently my sound settings are like manually on Windows set to like 2%. So I'll have to mess around with that and fix that another time perhaps. Or I could do it right now, actually. So this looks like it's going to be the same setup in terms of you're going to need to fix the airship as always, which means mining some of your own resources. There we go. Sounds back. Ooh, footprints or footsteps. It's quite loud. Let's go downstairs, check it out. Oh, that's new. There weren't these before. They look like it looks like they've changed the flame as well. They didn't look like that before. That's kind of cool. That's new as well. So yeah, I can see they put in some new vegetation. Look, this is all new. Oh, and I have a starting chest as before. Yeah, they've changed some of the design, the colors and such. Okay. So there have been some slight changes. Obviously my starting castle looks pretty much like all my starting castles. That hasn't changed much. There is a bit of variety when you get a starting castle. I feel like I'm moving faster too. That sprint looks much faster. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is build this. Music is still loud. How much of this am I losing? That's a good question. Okay, we got some wood. Not a lot. I don't know how much of that I actually lost just going over the edge. You do have to hold down E to pick stuff up. And I want another one as well, so let's go grab another rock. And make another one. Whoops. Wrong one. There you go. So now we have to fix the broken ship. This is so much faster, it's great. Still have fall damage. I hate destroying my own cool wall of green stones. You cannot destroy items during the tutorial. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, do we have... Yeah, we got enough to craft our first stone here. At the top you can see the build bar. That was really fast. Let's see if they've changed this any. Take one of these. Maybe. Starting island's quite quick. It's a really nice one over there. That's one thing I haven't done is look up and see if I have a lot of sky islands. I should have tons. This looks pretty cool. Bit of lag there. Turn down the music volume. Way down. So you notice things like this, basically green iron. Anytime you see any green metal, just destroy it. So what do we get? We got moss iron, which is kind of rare, actually. Pretty much anything like this looks like standard sky metal, sky iron. Gray iron. Gray iron, that's it. That one is not. There's a rare one. That is root iron. That's a new name for it. This is one of the biggest complaints, was that people were just going around worlds and harvesting all the various different pieces of furniture. Why not? See where having two pickaxes just really is essential. It's taking quite a lot of hits to mine as well. I wonder if they actually put in some progression on pickaxes, because before they all seem to do the same amount of damage in terms of mining strength. Have a look around. For example, you see that metal there, just poking out the top. Now you do start with metal in your house. I like to keep everything in my house the way it is, so I don't like mining out the metal that's there. Take a little time, just pick up a bit of extra metal here, get you started. And that's that, I think. Nope, some metal over there. Sometimes you can see metal also like under the water line. They've not enabled underwater activity at all. Bit of realism there, I guess. Let's have a look over here. Okay. Loving the speed on this sprint. Now I just need to put in double jump. That would be excellent. Looks like we got some more ore here. Peeking out. Looks a bit darker. Before it was just gray. Now it looks black. Wonder why they did that? Because there is black metal, and I assume black ore in the game. Never seen it, but yeah. Ah, more metal. Okay. Yeah, I could spend as all players can, spend hours and hours just digging through that. Okay, so let's go to the point. See, this is all new over here. This is cool. Should have some crystals here. This is pretty standard. We need these to fix our ship. Range on pickaxes for damage. Ah, cool. Damage numbers now. Don't remember them. Okay, there's your new metal. Also notice here, I forgot to mention, we can sort our bags. A to Z, type, rarity. Take all that. I don't expect to see anything interesting in these early chests. People have been complaining that there is a lot of metal in the chests. There's always been a lot of metal. I should put one of these as well in there. Since it's just alpha and we're testing it, obviously they're going to put in a lot of extra materials to help us progress quickly. Anything else? Yeah, one more over here. More importantly, have they changed the maps? Yes, look at this. Oh my god, look at that. Finally, we can move the maps around. We can look. Thank God for that. It was center it back on us. But that is great. Just the ability to move the map. So many times I've asked for that. Like some metal. I think the next thing that we could get would be the ability to not have to use torches, like an item. Maybe even those true sight goggles could be upgraded. That'd be great too. Don't really need this much, unless I want to make glass. I don't need the sand. Pretty quick. I've completely removed the tunnel system. No boss here as well. If you want currency, you can break up things like these vases. Oh, they were talking about this as well. Accuracy sometimes on the pickaxes. Seems a bit odd. I'm wondering if that's a bug currently. Seems okay. Okay, that's it. And so what do we got? Crystals, crystals, more crystals, and some random garbage basically. real last quick look. Wow, okay, some sound effects. Wonder if they brought back the stat sheet that pops up when you go through the portal. I like those stat sheets, they were pretty cool. Told you how many creatures you killed and such. No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that sound effect. That's a bit strange. I don't know. Let's go fix the damage there, ship. Got some mail. Random loot, take that. And that is it. And that is basically your starting sort of tutorial. After this you would fly to the City of First Light and then get your quests to start jumping through portals. Doing the forest quest. They've changed the questing system, now you have to go through each biome separately, so you'd start the forest, finish that, then you would do the, I would assume the Arctic or desert, and so on. I haven't tested it myself, this is my first time jumping in. I didn't like the idea of that. I like doing all the quests simultaneously. A lot more fun, a lot more variety. Yeah, we'll see. Anyhow, that is it. Thank you very much for watching.